Yo, it's official. Like a referee with a whistle. So like and share the video. So yeah, you know, and PS by the way, don't check out my Patreon. That's what it really goes down at on my Patreon. I talk about things that I wouldn't normally talk about on here. You dig? So yeah, some women just can't be led by a man. There's some women that's out of pocket and just too far gone. You know what I'm saying? That's just reality. Some women are just too far gone. You can't save everybody. I'm not one of those people that I ain't Captain Saving. I ain't trying to bring everybody along to the party. That ain't me. Because I know it ain't practical. It ain't gonna work. You can't bring everybody, would you? You can't take everybody everywhere you go. Life just don't work that way. There's some people right now, can't take them everywhere. You can't take them around everybody you know. They're just not they don't got the charm and charisma. And they're not flexible enough. That's just what it is. And women are not no are not different. There's some women that they say what they say and act the way they want to act. And I don't try to talk women out of being who they want to be or being who she is. That's how she want to be. That's cool. But just don't expect me to be around. That's all I'm saying. I don't talk people out of anything. That's that's what they want. Go for it. But I can't accept everything. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. There's some women that they can't stand the presence of a man. They can't stand a man telling them what to do. They can't stand the scent of a man. They can't stand the vibe of a man. They can't stand the core of a man, the energy, the aura of a man. They can't stand when a man tell them what to do on any level, any environment. Could be a job, at home, at the grocery store. It don't matter. At the church, there's some women just can't stand. Uh, just can't stand being around just guys. Period. There's a lot of women that's like that. Now that don't mean they're gonna be disrespectful towards you, but if it was up to them, they would turn you into uh, maybe a cross dresser or a woman or a man that act like a woman or some shit like that. If it was up to some of these women out here, they would prefer you to be like a guy that wear, they would prefer you to be like a guy that have female tendencies. You might wear nail polish sometimes. You might have your hair blue or red or some old weirdo shit. You might be fruity as she is. Because, that makes them feel comfortable because, they can manipulate those type of guys and boss them around. There's some women that they don't really like masculine guys. They don't like them around because they know they can't really tell them what to do. Can't manipulate them. Can't manipulate us. You know what I'm saying? They don't like guys that display their leadership in the flesh. They like to be able to tell a guy and boss him around and tell him what to do. They like to be able to run the show. There's a lot of women that's like that. A lot of them work on your job are like that. A lot of them working on your job is just like that. They don't even want a guy in their department. If she's in charge of that department, if she's a manager or something like that, she don't even want a guy around. You might have one or two. And even that one or two guy that's around, there has to be either one has to be gay or passive aggressive type dudes. Can't be a guy that's really productive and feels good about himself. Can't have him around because now that looks like he's a threat to her job now. He's going to make her look bad. So can't have him around. So a masculine dude that just starts a new job and a manager is a woman, that guy probably ain't going to work there long. Because he's going to see all the fuckery going on in that department and see the manager she knows. She done ran into probably hundreds of guys like him. And she got rid of all of them, got them fired. You know what I'm talking about. You work with a woman that's like that. She in there, you rule with an iron fist. He talk to people any kind of way. Don't even know how to talk to people. Stab everybody in the back. Cut throat. Things she do at that job, she wouldn't dare do on the streets. Or at least outside of work. For sure. But at that job, oh boy, she's a motherfucker, boy. But if you see her outside of the job, she act like you invisible, like she didn't see you. Everybody knows somebody that's like this. Everybody has worked with somebody that's like this. If you've been working these jobs long enough, you know what I'm talking about. Imagine being in a relationship with somebody like that. Or at least trying anyway. It ain't gonna work. If you're the type of guy that feels good about yourself, confident in yourself, you like when you see You like what you see when you look in the mirror. You can't be in a relationship with a woman like that. You can't even live with a woman that's like that. Y'all kill each other. Y'all kill each other. Y'all won't be able to coexist in the same household. It'll never happen. It'll never happen, man. You know? And see, these same women, they talk all that talk at the job, kiss ass, do all kind of cutthroat shit. But some of these same women, when they get home, they're the exact opposite. This is kind of strange too. Now, majority of these women, when they go home, the way they act on the job, that's how they act at home. But then you got a small percentage of these women, these cutthroat motherfuckers. Some of them, when they go home, they got a man at home, or maybe a stud at home, whichever. They keep their ass in check. They don't wear the pants at home. Now, see, some people think that you can cut it off when the woman goes to work. When she get home, she can turn it off. In most cases, that don't work. The only way they turn it off is if they have to turn it off. That's the only way. But if a woman goes home and she just, in her mind, she said, "Oh, okay, I'm not at work now. I'm at home. I can switch it off and lay back." It usually don't happen that way. Not by herself. She usually has help turning that switching that energy over. That's usually how it works. It usually goes like, hey, person she's living with usually say, hey, I'm not going to tolerate that. And they usually put the boundaries out there and the consequences. And that's how they know not to bring the bullshit home from work. That's usually how it go. But the woman doesn't make up her mind and decide on her own that she's going to act one way at home and act another way at the job. No, she usually has help. There's consequences for her acting a fool at home, bringing that job at home. There's consequences to that. That's usually how that shit go. But there's some women, man, they're too far gone. And you can't save them. It's like there's some guys that's too far gone. You can't save them. You can't save everybody. You can't. Even if you wanted to save them, you can't. They're just too far gone mentally. Sometimes physically. They might have a drug habit. Man, who knows? They might have a bad drug habit and you might not even know about it because you don't know the signs, or maybe you probably never even, the idea might not even pop up in your mind that they probably be fucking with some type of drugs. Because you look at them like, oh, they work at the bank. They're working at the bank for 10, 15 years or whatever. And you be like, I don't think they'd be working at I don't think they be fucking with no. I don't think they be sniffing no cocaine if they work at Bank of America. Shit, they're the main ones that be sniffing. They're the main one be sniffing, based on my experience. The people that you least expect, they be the main one popping pills and sniffing, man. I'm telling you, this shit blew my mind when I started learning this shit when I was in the 20s. You know, a lot of these people, they're too far gone, man, and corrupt. You know, man, there's some people, man, their whole life is based on a lie. So their whole life is based on a lie. They're always scheming and scamming. They come to the door lying. And their whole game is to see how much they can get away with before they get caught. That's their whole game. That's some people live their whole life like this. They just keep lying and lying and lying. Every person they go to, they're lying. Every new person they meet, they're lying. The whole thing is a lie. I've met people like this. Everybody knows somebody that's like this. This ain't like a one-off or no, not at all. There's cultures, there's groups of people all over the world that's like this. There's groups of people that live in America that's like this. And North America and South America that's like this. They just keep lying all the fucking time until they get caught. And when they get caught, they'll give you some sob story and then turn around and justify why they had to lie. And 9 times out of 10, the justification is going to be because of you. And it's not going to be a bad justification, by the way. She's going to make it seem like she had to do it because of you. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Something like that. You know. That's why I always say, once you get past a woman's beauty, how she look, how she smell, and all that shit or whatever, how attractive she might look to you. Once you get past the sex too. Once you get past those two things, then you'll be able to look at her for who she really is. You'll objectively be able to look at her for who she really is. Because sex clouds the mind. You know, you'll be able to look at her. Okay, let me tell you. Let me fall back a little bit. Let me really see what she's all about. Or maybe I'm fucking delusional. But as you get older, hopefully, you realize what's the purpose of sex is really for. And it's not like people treat sex like it's some fucking like a fucking performance, like a fucking show. Like they going to Vegas or some shit like that. It's the craziness. It's like a fucking performance. Like it's like a wrestling match or some shit. I'm like, are you crazy? You know, people treat it like that today. It's like an experiment for a lot of these people today. That's why that's why having a threesome is so at least the idea of having a threesome is so it seems nice to a lot of people, men and women, because it's like the whole thing is like an experiment anyway. And they don't really take it serious, a lot of people. your parents and your grandfather or your grandparents and your parents, they didn't see sex the way we do today when they were growing up. They didn't see it like a fucking experiment or like a damn show. They didn't see it like it was something that they cherish amongst each other. But not today. Today, shit. They'll pull, man, the average couple, they'll pull anybody in the bedroom, man or woman. Like, God damn. It's, I don't know. You know, they'll some guys like looking at another guy smash his woman, all kinds of shit going on. And women like seeing their husband with a man or a woman, or sometimes both. Now, where I'm from, that's called a turnout. You getting turned out if you want to lay up. If you're a man and you want to lay up with a man and a woman, you got turned the fuck out. That's what we call where I'm from. That bitch turned you out. She got you laying up with a man and a woman. Sometimes at the same time. You got women that's like, you got guys that got wives. Their wife likes seeing them with a man and a woman. Picture that. That's how it is today. Grandpa wasn't doing no shit like that. Nah, They didn't really have no threesome like that. That was some players type shit. The players had that threesomes and shit like that. But they didn't sleep with no man though. See, that ain't no player type shit. That's some other shit. I don't know where. I guess they get this shit from them white dudes be doing all that weirdo shit. I guess that's what these dudes be getting all that shit from. But that ain't no player shit, man. That's where I'm from. You know. Now I know where I'm from is a very unique place. I know, I understand that. But look, some of this shit has gone too far. You know, on both sides, men and women. There's some of the things that this shit went way too far. You know, like some people, I'm gonna say most people, they don't even know what commitment really looks like. They don't even know what commitment really looks like, and they don't even really know what leadership looks like. They really don't know. You know what commitment looks like for a lot of people? They'll keep doing it until they get tired or they hit some type of roadblock and they can't get past it. That's most people level of commitment today. That's why people fail, because they quit. And leadership today for most people, for most guys, is basically kissing ass. They kiss a woman's ass, kiss the boss ass at work. They kiss everybody's ass. They're being, try to stay in the good grace of everybody. Be cool with everybody. That's basically what leadership is today. Just be cool with everybody as much as you can. Try not to piss nobody off. Happy wife, happy life. It's that mentality. That's what leadership is today for most people, and commitment is for most people. That's why I say you can't save everybody. Some people, man, you're gonna have to let them fall. You let them go through the fire. You have to let them go. Some people just way too they're just gone way too far. You can't even reel them back in. Even if you wanted to help them, you can't. And you got to look at who they're hanging around. You got women out here, man, that they were decent at one point. You know, she didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't do no drugs, didn't go to the club, you know, until she started hanging around a handful of hoes. Maybe one or two. And 5 years later, she's a full-blown hoe. You be like, what the hell happened? What the hell happened to my cousin? Yeah, it might be your cousin or, your sister or something like that. You be like, what the hell happened to her, man? She went to college, came back, she do everything. You're like, what? She do everything. Now, before she went to college, she didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't party, didn't do nothing. She's a homebody. But now look at your sister or your cousin. She do everything. And now she's running through guys and like, what the hell? And then she's coming home and telling the family, y'all ain't living right. What that usually means is she met some guys or a couple guys and some women from out of town. They ain't not from where y'all from. And now, she done got the drinking and the smoking and then met all these new people. And she's having fun. And now she thinks that the people back at home, they're bored. They're not hip no more. It's not fun to be around. So on some levels, she thinks she's better than y'all now because she went to college. She got a damn degree, some bullshit degree that nobody really cares about. Even her job don't care about it. She got hired at her job, hired her. They don't even care about a fucking degree. But she thinks she's better than y'all now because she got an education and she got a decent paying job that really ain't no money. You know what I'm saying? In reality. But she thinks it's a lot of money because it's her first job. Until she get that car payment or get a mortgage and she realized, man, this money I make really ain't that much from this damn job I make, So now she's like, she's a boss babe now. So now she started doing OnlyFans. She got an OnlyFans page now. Now, this is the same chick that went to college. Before she went to college, she didn't do nothing. Didn't drink, didn't smoke, didn't do no drugs, didn't party. Now she's doing every fucking thing. Getting ran through every week by some random guy that she don't even know. And she meet him anywhere. Meet him at the club, meet him at the bar, meet him at the damn event, meet him through friends, meet him on the job, meet him everywhere. Now she's a hoe now. Not only she's a hoe, she's a drunken, drug addict hoe. But this is the same girl that thinks she's better than her people back at home. And she got a job and you might say, hey, you might think this is kind of far-fetched. This is quite common in America today. I know plenty of girls that went to college and they didn't do shit. That's why you got to watch who you hang around. You got to watch the company you keep. Because you might get turned the fuck out. And, depending on how you were raised, you know, it could easily happen. It happens to a lot of people. Now you might say, well, I would never try drugs. Oh, well, you don't gotta try it. He'll put it in your damn drink. That's what a lot of people get hooked on drugs. They slip it in their drinks, man. That's how they get hooked on the shit. People don't have to ask you to do something. They just put them in it, fix you a drink, drop the pill in the shit, and you hooked. Straight like that. You know, it ain't that complicated. Well, you ain't paying attention anyway. You think the people you hang around are cool. You done put your guard down. You cool with everybody. You drinking, doing whatever, mingling with these guys you don't know. Your girlfriend, she know these dudes. You don't, you know. They came over to fuck. That was the plan. It might happen or it might not. You know. It probably will once you get high and drunk. You know, your girl slipped the Mickey in your drink. She didn't put none in her drink though. You know what I'm saying? But your girl secretly is looking out for them dudes so they can fuck you. You know what I'm saying? This type of shit happens all the time. Now, see, what usually happens is when if a guy slips a Mickey in a drink, oh, he raped me and all this, all that bullshit talk. But when a woman does it, well, nobody says anything. And see, that's the double standard. You know, that's the double standard. That nobody says anything when a woman does it to another woman. That's be quiet. And it is keep it moving. But when a guy does the same thing, there's a good chance the guy is going to do the same thing that she's doing. So they both having fun. Ain't nobody really trying to take advantage of nobody. But when a woman does it, 9 times out of 10, she playing that shit in advance. She had the people come over in advance, set up in advance, and every goddamn thing. You know. And I've seen this happen live in the flesh, by the way, with a woman. You know, I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know these people, you know. But see, here's one thing about me. If I don't know you, I ain't really that friendly with you like that. I'm watching your ass. I ain't drinking. You ain't fixing me no drinks. If I don't know you, if I'm over at your house, I don't fucking know you like that. Just give me a beer. You know what I'm saying? I'll open it myself. I'm different, you know. And that's when I used to drink. And I don't drink no more, but I'm telling you how I get down. Because I know how shit happens out here. When I was out there partying, and, you know. Most of the time it's a waste of time, but hey, that's a story for another day, you know. But I was out here trying to figure this shit out, you know. I was trying to figure all this shit out. Sometimes you got to go through some shit to figure things out. But see, I'm the type of person that I always like to be in control of what I'm doing and what's going on around me. I never wanted to get to a place where I don't know what's going on. I'm sloppy drunk. Nah, that shit ain't never been cool to me. I'm passed out, thrown up. Nah, that ain't cool right there. And if there's a woman that's drunk, if there's a woman that drink more than me, we ain't supposed to be together. And if there's a woman, if we like the same thing, we ain't supposed to be together. If you like cooch and I like cooch, we ain't supposed to be together. That's how I see it. I can go without a threesome. It ain't that serious to me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't, don't believe the hype. And in this day and time, there's so much shit going on out here with these STDs. Man, these motherfuckers don't be taking care of themselves like that, man. Man, these women are like a walking goddamn STD on wheels out here, man. These women don't be taking care of themselves like that. You don't know this broad like that that you trying to have a threesome with. You don't, shit. She don't even ask her the last time she went and got a checkup to a doctor or a clinic or whatever. Ask her the last. Hey, you can test this out tomorrow, or when you get off this broadcast, or when you're done watching this video if you're watching the playback. Call any woman you know that you seriously talking to for a couple of months. Say, hey, when the last time you got a checkup? See how they get quiet. I'm like, I didn't feel the need I had to go because there's nothing wrong with me. That's what you're going to get if you get in. That's probably the best you're going to get from the majority of them women. That's going to be like, that's what you're going to get for the majority. That's what the response going to be. But that's who you trying to have a threesome with. 9 times out of 10. Or at least thinking about it. I mean, the woman you live with, well, y'all live together, so you pretty much, you pretty much know what you got at certain, if y'all live together. But if you have trying to do something with somebody, trying to bring somebody else in the bedroom with you, shit, a lot of these women they ain't really on it. Like, they don't know. Even if something is wrong with her, she don't want to know anyway. What kind of ignorant shit is that, man? That's why I say some people, man, everybody can't be led. Some people you just have to let them go. They're just too far. They're just too far gone. Just there. That the mindset is like they're like in a fucking, like, what world are you living in? I mean, if you listen to some of the stuff people say, people that you know personally, you'd be like, what? What the hell are you talking about? It's 2024 and we still debating on if racism exists? I mean, like, that's just an example. I'm like, what? Why is this even a talking point at this point? At this point, we shouldn't even be talking about that. That shouldn't even be a topic, a discussion no more. I mean, come on. Do you really want to be around somebody that's talking like that? I mean, come on, man. And there's a lot of women out here, man. I talk to the guys for the most part. But there's a lot of women out here that are cowards, man. There's a lot of women out here that are cowards. They're cowards amongst women, other women. You got women that they'll lay down. They'll punk out. They'll let a woman punk them the fuck out. And then they'll turn around and want a guy to save them. I'm like, come on, man. You want me to intervene between you and another woman? Come on, that don't even look. That's that's an unfair advantage. I mean, if you're a woman, you should be able to handle another woman. I mean, unless she's some big 300 pounds. If she's a big fat girl and weigh 300 pounds or some shit like that, okay, that's a different story. But if y'all the same size, same age, I mean, come on, man. You shouldn't have to call a man to help you with another woman. Come on. You got a lot of women of cowards out here, man, like that. You know, I'm like, if the kids have problem at school, some of these women, a lot of these women, they ain't gonna do shit. They ain't gonna say shit to the teacher at school or the principal. They ain't saying nothing. They'll let them damn kids suffer. They don't give a fuck with them kids like that. Kids, the school system today it's a daycare center. That's all it is. They don't care about these damn kids today, man. These women, don't let them fool you. They might act like they care. During the holidays, like when school about to be out this week, where I'm at on the East Coast. Man, during the summer, these women, they be praying that school, they can't wait till school start back. They be like, man, I can't wait till these damn kids go back to school. But they don't really want to be bothered with them. They prefer the teacher at school be bothered with them. That's why I say, you know, a lot of guys be saying, oh, women don't got no standards. No, you're the standard. You have to set the tone. If you're the man, you have to set the tone. Women don't got no standards. You right about that. They don't. You're the standard. You have to be the standard. Otherwise, if you don't set the tone, if you ain't the standard, the woman won't. It won't be no damn standard in that household if you don't set the tone. Forget about it. Unless you're gonna wait on the kids to do it, and you're gonna be waiting for what? A long time until they become teenagers, some shit like that. Yeah. So just some people, man, it's too far gone. And some women, like I said earlier, can't stand. They can't stand being around some guys. Can't stand the presence of a guy. And the better he dress, the worse it is. They can't stand. Let me tell you, there's some women can't stand when a guy gets a lot of attention from other women. There's some women that can't stand when a guy tells them what to do. There's some women that can't stand the presence of a guy, the energy, how he look, how he talk, how he walk. They can't stand someone. They can't. They prefer you be a man that act like a woman. A lot of these women out here today, especially if she's a ratchet or some degenerate broad. There's a lot of degenerate women out here too. You know, they be making up some shit. Like, I mean, that shit don't work. It's kind of like a stud. You know, there's some hateful ass studs out. Some studs can't stand a man, the presence of a man. It's like they want it's like you're a threat to whatever they have going on. It's weirdo shit. You know, it's weird, man. You know. But I'm not one of those guys that think that you got to save everybody and You got to bring everybody along. No, everybody can't come for the ride, for the long haul. There's some people you're going to have to leave behind. That's just what it is. That's what it is. Everybody can't come along for the long haul. Some people you're going to have to lead them where they're at, you know. And some people, man, they got so much baggage. It's like you can't even talk to them. You can't even talk to them. Even if you try to talk some sense into them, they ain't gonna listen. You know, they ain't gonna listen. Even if you try your best, it might be your good buddy, good old tight buddy you got. Or it might be some girl you known for a long time. Somebody in high school you might have seen, and you thinking about dating her. I don't know why you would go back and do that shit, but there's some guys that you know, they might have graduated with a girl in high school or college or some shit like that, and they feel the need to when they might have seen her at some high school reunion or some shit like that. And they feel like, oh, she still look good, man. You know, she still look good, man. You know, I fuck with her. Why? There's a reason why you stopped fucking with her from the get go. There's a reason why it happened. And y'all probably in the 30s now. The last time you seen her was you probably was in your early 20s. And she's single for a reason. That didn't happen by accident. And she don't even look the same no more. She don't even look the way she used to look when y'all was together. This broad probably done picked up 20, 30 pounds. Oh, she probably got fat. And the pickings are slim for her. She knows she on her last leg. She probably on the last train moving. She know it. You might not know it, but she know it. She know it. The pickings is slim. She ain't getting them. She ain't getting them looks like. She ain't getting. Guys ain't really campaigning for her like that. And she be like, oh, I guess I gotta talk to my old flame from high school or college or whatever. And when you get with this broad, y'all catch up, you know, because you ain't been around her for probably since y'all 20s. You don't know what the hell going on with her. She 35, and last time you seen her, you was like 22 or some shit like that. And now you 35, you got to get to know her all over again, basically. You get to know her all over again, and you realize why she's single, why she never got married. She got too much baggage. She drink, smoke. Not only do she drink, she get drunk. She get fucked up. She get fucked up. She drink more than you do. And then when she drink, she start talking crazy to everybody, including you. You know, get all sloppy drunk. You know, and she start saying, "Oh, I love you," and all this crazy. Like, what the hell? I don't know what she's saying. You all sloppy drunk, you know. You gotta pick her. She can't even walk. She can't even walk. Walk to the car. You gotta take her to the car. You gotta drive her home in her car. You gotta have your buddy drive your car. Or you gotta leave your car wherever it's at until the next day or some shit like that. You know, this broad is an inconvenience and a liability. She will be a liability. You stay with her long enough, for sure. You know, she's like a train wreck waiting to happen, basically. You know, and then the longer you, the more you get to know her, you realize, man, this broad is sniffing. You be like, what? This broad sniffing. You're like, oh, come on, not you. You know, because maybe it didn't really hit you because you know, she's up late at night. She's up all night long. She might not even go to sleep some nights. She just stay up all night and get dressed and go to work. And you sleep. You wake up, she's asleep. You wake up, she's awake. And you be like, hey, how long? You probably she probably got up and went and looked at TV in the living room, some shit like that. And you don't even think nothing of it. You be like, oh, she just can't sleep for whatever reason or whatever. Now this might have happened. This might have took 2-3 months for you to, probably longer than that, for you to pick up on it. And then you realize this broad keeps sniffing, keep blowing. She keeps drawing up her nose like she got a cold or some shit like that. Or she's sweating. Because she popping them damn pills, ecstasy pills. She be sweating and her body heat be really warm. And she's sweating every time she come to your house, she's sweating. Like, you be like, damn, it's cold as hell outside. This broad is sweating. This ain't normal. Or she keep drawing up her nose like she got a cold or some shit like that. And you might have said, hey, you sick? She said, no, I ain't sick. I just got some sinuses. He's be like, what? Then all of a sudden, her nose might bleed. And then you be like, man, wait a minute now. You still might not think anything of it. You might, she draw up her nose. She's sniffing too much and her nose just bled. No, she's sniffing that cocaine. That's what she's doing. You just don't know, you know? And one day, maybe one night, her nose started to bleed a whole lot out of the blue, out in public. And you be like, oh, what the hell's going on, man? You all right? You look at her, you be like, you all right? And she be like, yeah, I'm okay. I just got to go to the bath. I just got to go to the restroom, you know? And she's still staying up all night long. She leave from your house straight to work. Don't go to sleep. She might have done this 2-3 days straight. You be like, wait a minute, man. This broad got to be on something. There's no fucking way. You stay up for 2-3 days and you ain't tired. And then on top of that, you knocking her back out. You tired as hell afterwards. She might have laid down after y'all got done for 10 minutes and got right back up and went to the restroom and came back, lay down in the bed. She wide awake. You'd be like, wait a minute. And you start putting two and two together and you're, yeah, that bitch on that fucking cocaine, boy. She on that blow. It's like a broad like that, you can't save her. You can't save her. And now I gave that scenario because that happened to me in real life. That happened to me in real life. I met someone that was like that, and I did not know the signs. Because I never met anyone that was on the blow in my life. And I was in denial about that shit, man. I couldn't believe that broad was on that shit, man. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it, man. And the funny thing is, somebody asked me about her last weekend. Somebody asked me about that broad. And I was like, yeah, that broad is still on that. She still got a bad drug habit. After all these years, 20 years later, she still got a bad drug habit. You know, 20 years later. And just like a lot of women, you know, when they be on that X, they be sweating. They're sweating. They're sweating. But the thing is, man, a lot of these women they be on some shit a lot of times, man. And it's always the one that you least expect too. Because people are good at hiding things. Yeah. You know, if they know you don't get down like that, they're not gonna tell you. Don't be naive. Now, if she thinks you get down like that, well, of course she gonna come out and say, throw a little hint out there, because people that do the same thing speak the same language. You dig? You know, but everybody can't be led. Some women some women are just good for one thing. That's just what it is. You know. What's funny, I've seen women go to clubs and parties, have kids, all of a sudden they want to get married because their sisters, cousins, and friends are married and they're rushed to get married. Yeah, that happens. And they end up being a fucking disaster. They follow the crowd, not realizing they never figured out who they truly were. It's a recipe for disaster. Yeah. These same women, these same broads that, you know, they try to follow what everybody else is doing. And it turns out to be a disaster because they weren't built to get married. She was made for the streets. You know, everybody that gets married ain't marriage material. You know. Everybody, and see a lot of these women out here, the highlight is to get married. The wedding is the highlight is the wedding. And after the wedding over, it's like, okay, that's it. I'm like, nah, bitch, that's when the work starts. What are you talking about? But they don't see it like that. The way it's all about the wedding. Shit, they're like, they just kind of put their feet up and just start doing whatever they want to do. You know, I'm like, what type of person would think like that? That's a person that's not built for marriage would think like that. And they were made for the streets. They weren't built for marriage. They're unfit. You know, that's what it is. Yeah, it's like I'd rather have honest hoe than a lying wife. I'm gonna say that one more time. I'd rather have an honest hoe than a lying wife. Now you might say, well, why is that? Because at least I know what I got. If I got a hoe, at least I know what she is, what she's about. Now, if I got a lying wife, she's capable of doing any goddamn thing. I can't even sleep good at night. I can't sleep with that broad. I got to sleep in the other room. I don't know what she's capable of doing. She's capable of doing anything at any given time. She might lie, steal, cheat, try to make you look bad, assassinate your character, make up a story, call the police. An honest hoe ain't gonna do that. She already know what she's in it for. And when it's time for us when it's time for her to go, she can go. And the hoe might not want to go. Shit, but I'm just saying, it's always the exit is always there. That's what I'm trying to say for the hoe. And she knows what she's in it for. She knows what she got into it for. But if you got a wife that's perpetrating, she's trying to be something that she ain't. You know what? You can't be productive like that. You can't make no money with a woman like that. You can't even sleep good at night with a woman like that. She's playing all these games. Oh, I got a headache and all this stupid shit. You can't focus with a woman like that. That's why I'd rather have a lying hoe. I'd rather have an honest hoe than a lying wife. At least I know what I got. I know what I got. And no one can tell me what I got. I already know what I got. I already know what she is. She told me what she was the first week, the first day. I didn't have to wait till 6 months or a year or two to get to know her, to kind of approve that, hey, oh yeah, she's the one that I should get married to and have kids. No, I didn't have to wait that long with the hoe. She told me what she was, what her parents was, how she was raised, all that shit. The first week. She told me that, look, I can't guarantee you that I'm gonna have kids with you or anything like that. But what I can guarantee you is this: we're gonna get this money, and we're gonna build something. We're gonna have something. She said, I can't promise you that we're gonna have kids together. You know what I'm saying? She was honest. But one thing I can promise you is we're gonna build something together. And it's gonna be a good ride, and we're gonna have fun, and we're gonna meet some incredible people. I mean, how do you get mad at that? How do you get mad at that when I can't get mad at people if they're being honest and upfront about what it is and how and why they want to be involved. And she might say, hey, I like girls too. But I don't want to be in a relationship with them though. I just like having fun with the girls every once in a while. And she might say, hey, you can join in if you want. You can pick them if you want. Or she might say something like, I like girls, but I'll put a stop to that to be with you. You know, that's what the honest hoe would say. I mean, like, how do you might not like how she said or the language, but you can't really get mad at that. You already know what she is. You know what she's about. She's trying to live her best life. You know? Yeah, well, yeah, she ain't like your mama. Or she ain't like your grandma. Yeah. But she know how to present herself like your mom or your grandma. She know how to act. She know how to behave. You know, she's very intelligent. Yeah, some of the most intelligent women I've met, they're hoes, prostitutes, escort, whatever you want to call them. It's these are some of the most intelligent women I've ever met, and honest. I mean, you can't be mad. And the best thing I like about honest hoes is they give me the option of deciding if I want to fuck with them or not. Because if they say something I don't like, I'd be like, you know what? I ain't down with that. I respect your honesty, but we're gonna have to go our separate ways, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But they give me the option to do so. It ain't no shit where you with some woman and she's a fucking chameleon, acting like she's a wife. She really ain't, and she, years 2, 3, 4, 5 years go by, and you find out she's sleeping with the neighbor, is sleeping with the guy at Walmart, sleeping with the pastor at the church, sleeping with the goddamn the kids, the students at school. It's that type of shit. People coming back to you saying, hey, you gotta watch your wife, man. You know what I'm saying? This and that. It's not that type of shit. You won't have to deal with none of that shit. If she's when it comes to the hoes. It's just a different you just gotta watch the company you keep. I'm not here to tell you what type of woman you should be with. But you should know what you got. Know who you fucking with. Period. That's all I'm saying. I ain't the moral police. I ain't the moral police. But there's certain women I fuck with and certain ones I don't. And I don't like, but I can tell you this, I don't like being around no lying ass woman. At all. That's a recipe for disaster. She's liable to do anything. Say anything, do anything at any given time. And now she gets disrespectful and you want to go upside her head now. You want to put paws on the bitch. Like Diddy did. He put paws on the bitch because she got disrespectful, tried to steal his bag, probably had some money in the bag or whatever. It's just that type of shit. Because she's a lying ass broad. Well, we don't know that. We don't know what the hell was going on. We don't know what type of relationship Diddy and Cassie had. We might have an idea. But I never looked at Cassie like she was some respectable broad in the first place. You gotta let a hoe be a hoe. But that don't mean just because she's a hoe, that don't mean she deserves to get beat up. All the time, now, if you have to defend yourself, that's a different story. That's a different story, But if somebody's trying to steal your shit, I don't really know. There's no perfect way to handle that. If someone tried to steal your bag, if someone tried to steal my bag, I'm trying to get my bag back from her. Period. I just want my bag back. Whatever's in my bag, I just want my bag back. That's it. That's really it, really. You know. Well, hey, that's all I got, man. Like, share this. Don't forget to check out my Patreon. And I got a new episode of the Love Can't Wait podcast and a new episode on my Patreon as well. You know, I didn't really expect to be on here this long. Really, I'm past an hour. You know what I'm saying? So like, share this. I'm out.
All right. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight. But then I saw the sky and that I like. Here from Cali, I live in the valley.